It's a 1964 Cheetah. It's built by a guy named Bill Thomas out of Southern California. I'm not sure how many he built. It's actually not one of the original 64 Cheetahs. It is titled as a 64. This car was, this is a recreation built in Phoenix by a gentleman named Bob Oxier. This car has a 383 small block Chevy in it. It has the original correct Corvette fuel injection on it, the Rochester fuel injection. The original Cheetahs were built and meant to be race cars. They were designed and built to compete with the Cobras, the Ford Cobras. These cars did very well back in the day. Although the shop that they were building them in burned down early on, I think there was only about a dozen or 15 of them ever built. They're beautiful cars. They have Chevrolet parts. The front spindles and brakes are Corvette. Of course, the engine's Corvette. The rear end and the transmission are Corvette. The rear axles and spindles and bearings are all Corvette, so it has some Chevrolet off-the-counter parts on it. He was a Chevy guy. If you're a Chevy guy, Cheetah is probably as good as it gets. Just like if you're a Ford guy, you want a Cobra. Back in the late 60s, when these cars were racing SCCA, I think the Cobras were running A production, but the Cheetahs were never allowed to run A production. They didn't have enough, they had never produced enough cars to run in the A production class, so they ran in the A Sports Racer class, which was with Can-Am cars. And these cars actually did really well against the Can-Am cars. It's kind of a shame that they were not allowed to run head-to-head with the Cobras. That would have been good. Would have been good. I've only seen one of these cars racing on a track. It was in Steamboat Springs about 25 years ago. I saw one. And I knew what it was because I had one of these slot cars when I was a kid. But ever since I was a kid, I've always thought these cheetahs were about the coolest things there are. And it's, as you can see, it's a beautiful car. Just a beautiful car.